With YouTube demonetizing independent media, please consider becoming a patron today for just $1 per month. Link below. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is $3 Theater, and Last Man Standing is a show that I love. I've loved it since its first season. I watched it religiously every week when it was on, and I was very disappointed when the show was canceled after its sixth season with no fanfare. None whatsoever. And there was a big pushback from conservatives out there that were trying to argue that this was just ABC getting rid of a conservative comedy, even though the show did well on Friday nights and had pretty good numbers. It's been relegated to Friday nights for years. And it always seemed to find a foothold and find an audience, and it outlived many other shows that were paired with it. Still really upset that ABC killed off The Neighbors in order to do Gallivant. I'll never forgive you for that, ABC. But that being said, the show was canceled, and there was a lot of speculation as to why. Like I said, some people argued that ABC did not want to deal with conservatives, even though the show, while only really being starring a conservative, Tim Allen came out and ultimately defended it by saying the show is run by liberals, and they love to laugh at themselves. That's part of the humor and the love of the show. So he kind of came out and defended that aspect of it. But really what it boiled down to was money. And a lot of that had to do with, at the end of the sixth season, Tim Allen, the show was going to be entirely funded by Disney, by ABC. It's a 20th Century Fox production, but at the end of the series, or that sixth season, Fox was going to then no longer have to pay for the production. Disney and ABC were going to take over, and ABC was at the point really just getting rid of its comedy shows as a way to basically try to push more hour-long dramas that have not fared very well. And so even though there was a big push a year ago trying to get sites like Netflix to come in and pick it up, or maybe Hulu or Amazon, the money that Tim Allen was going to be getting for his contract was actually the biggest reason why this whole thing was canceled and why it remained dead. But we're seeing might be a little bit of turnaround in this particular department. So according to an article on Deadline here, Last Man Standing eyes resurrection at Fox with Tim Allen set to return, which is good because the show is fantastic. I love Tim Allen. I love all the side characters. I really want to get a proper finale and a conclusion to the show. And I think we very much have Roseanne to thank for this. Now, it says a year after Last Man Standing was canceled by ABC, the multi-camera comedy starring Tim Allen is plotting a comeback on a new network. Last Man Standing producer 20th Century Fox is in talks with sibling Fox Broadcasting Company for a new season of the series, which would be the 7th. So they would move it over to Fox proper. The problem with that is that comedy shows on Fox, unless they fit into a certain niche and are on certain days, don't tend to last. Sadly, I'm looking at you, LA to Vegas. You're quite funny, but I don't think you are long for this world. Now, jumping down here, it says insiders caution that there are still many deals to close about the show's return is no means a sure thing, but there are promising signs that a 7th season is possible. Both Fox and 20th Century TV have declined to comment. Allen has been very vocal about the cancellation of Last Man Standing by ABC in his hope to see it come back. Over the past couple of weeks, he posted a slew of blooper videos from the show on Twitter with nostalgic notes like, "So fun to look back at these good times. We really had some good laughs on this show. I loved working with these people." And that came through quite a bit. As again, I'm a huge fan of the show. So, I'm like, oh, I really want to see what happened next. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed all of it. I like the constant ribbing and making fun of not only Home Improvement, but a couple of jokes about, Santa Claus and a couple of jokes about Toy Story. I mean, they played it up. They had a lot of fun with this. Now, it says here, Fox is actually seriously considering rescuing Last Man Standing last May, following its surprise cancellation by ABC after 6 seasons. Fox brass tried to fit Last Man Standing into the schedule, but couldn't find a way to do it. Fox had been out of the multi-camera business for a while and didn't have a multi-camera comedy to pair Last Man with. This development season put Fox put an emphasis on multi-camera comedies with several pilots like Rail, Cool Kids, and the just ordered untitled Rob Russell project. That's Mac from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which is also set in Middle America. And then last summer, there was also attempts to get Last Man Standing over on CMT, which was an interesting choice, but one at the time that seemed to work out pretty well. Now, looking at this overall, we can see that the big reason why this is happening, probably why a deal is closed, is because the numbers on Roseanne. The numbers on Roseanne, the 18 million people that watched it originally, that was up to like over 25 million. The fact that it got a second season renewal right off the bat, a lot of people were looking to Last Man Standing, considering that the show was in essence kind of conservative based. But, this is at least a step in the right direction for there being a reason for that. Again, I'm a fan of both Roseanne. I love this new season. I'm a big fan of Last Man Standing and Tim Allen, and I want to see them continue. So any news, any movement in this department is going to be music to my ears. As soon as I read this article, I called my girlfriend. I'm all like, they're plotting a remake or a reboot of Last Man Standing. And again, we're both Bernie-loving liberals, and she was like, awesome, on board, can't wait to watch it. Same with Roseanne. So these type of shows and their politics do ultimately transcend, I think, people and their own political ideologies. I think the idea of a family with mixed opinions and mixed beliefs coming together in order to work together towards a common goal, showcased through a multi-camera comedy sitcom, is something that America wants. Middle America wants to be represented, and I think that's currently where we find ourselves. It's a good time for Fox to bring this back. Just coming out on Fox itself, though, does make it a little bit on the cautious side, because Fox is very skittish when it comes to numbers. And ultimately, I do not think that Last Man Standing is going to pull in the high ratings that Roseanne did, because we're talking a 1, maybe 2 year delay versus a 20-year delay. So they're not the same property. But I do feel that if this was to come back, we would see a large push by conservatives as a way to try to help get there to be more love for the show and make sure people are aware it's coming back, and then also allow them to watch it. So there's that. Anyway, I'm happy. I just want to put that out there. I'm happy about this. I want to see what happens with it next. But anyway, what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments below. My name, of course, is Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Matt channel. This is 3 Book Theater. If you, I do this all the time. Anyway, if you haven't already, please thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel. If you want to support it, Patreon's a good way to help out, or to share the video around. And if you just want to watch more content, and I hope you do, you can do so right now.